In the cozy heart of North Carolina, as Christmas bells ring their tune, Triad families decorate and dream of a home they hope to buy soon. They are tired of paying rent, but have been too scared by the news. Less homes for sale and higher interest rates gave everyone the blues. But as we go into the new year, there's an opportunity for joy, as a new home is on Santa's wish list for every girl and boy. Rates are lower and homes are selling. The Triad is quite hot. The Sharp Mortgage team will talk to you with great care and thought. Even if you are not ready today to take the next step in your life, we know that life can change quickly for a husband and wife. There is no obligation to talk to our local team about your dreams. No stress at this time of year. It's as easy as it seems. Celebrate Christmas knowing you are well on your way to build beautiful traditions and magic for future holidays. The Sharp Mortgage team raises a toast to your family's festive cheer, whether you're ready now to buy or waiting till next year. A house truly becomes a home when filled with love and holiday songs. Christmas in your new home is where happy holiday hearts belong.
This is the Triad Podcast Network.
The hustle and bustle of the holidays is real, and it is no more real than here at Dewey's Bakery, particularly at the Thruway shop. Look, if you drive around Thruway Center during this time of year, December, right in the thick of the holiday season, you know that it is a lot more congested. Maybe that's the right word. Congested than what it normally is. But here we are inside Dewey's Bakery with our wonderful partners from Dewey's to talk to Kayla and Jennifer again about holidays at Dewey's. And not just at Dewey's, but holidays here in the Triad. Because if we want to talk about like traditions and staples and things that you think of when you think holidays in this area of our state, you think about Dewey's. And we're going to tell you all the reasons why. So, first of all, Kayla and Jennifer, let me just ask you, how would you, in one word maybe, but maybe it'll take a few more words, how would you describe holidays here at Dewey's?
The word that I would choose would be exciting.
Okay.
The word that I would choose would be wild.
Now, let's start with the word exciting. How would you now elaborate on that word?
So I get a lot of joy out of working really hard and really fast. So during the holidays, I call it exciting because for me, it is exciting. I love when we have a line of people and everyone's in buying sugar cake for their friends, buying cookies to send to Hawaii. I was talking with a lady earlier and was trying to help her find the perfect cookie for her daughter that she was sending. So it's really fun to be a part of those experiences, and that's exciting for me. It's really busy. There's a lot of hustle and bustle, and Dewey's is no stranger to that during this time of year.
Mm-hmm. Now, what makes it go from exciting to wild in your mind, Kayla?
I just think that there's so many moving pieces and parts that not everyone sees on the daily. And from the time that we open the doors in the morning until the time we close, there is typically a line. The phones are constantly ringing. There's a lot happening, which also makes it exciting. But you have to really be able to multitask and really be prepared for anything that's gonna come your way.
All right, we'll get into more than just one, but what is your favorite holiday tradition here in the store or at any Dewey's location or anything Dewey's adjacent? What's your favorite holiday tradition?
It's tough to choose one.
Mm-hmm.
The first one that comes to mind would be seeing. So we have a holiday store program with Dewey's. So we do like fresh orders for them. So it's really fun for them to come in, tell us like how their store is doing, and they're here to pick up products, and we go through it together, and then you kind of get to know them on like a personal name basis. So you kind of start to catch up with them and see how they're doing. And so it's a glimpse into what we're doing with the community and helping giving back money to their organization. So it's fun. It makes it more real. It's not just a piece of paper that I'm filling. I get to actually see the face and share stories with them. So that's really fun for me.
What is the holiday store program? Can you explain that?
Yeah, so the holiday store program, we have different holiday store partners for about 8 weeks, 8 to 12 weeks.
Yeah.
Just depends on how long they want to run the store for. It's typically November, December. They will operate a store that sells Dewey's products, and they may carry other North Carolina products as well. Just depends on the organization. But we give a certain amount of the proceeds back to their organization, and they carry all the Dewey's products. They have Moravian stars, and they're usually conveniently located in towns where Dewey's is probably a little more further of a drive. So we have, I think, like 15 different stores located all throughout North Carolina. Goes from Western North Carolina all the way to Wilmington. So there's lots of different places you can pick up your Dewey's goods if you can't make it here to Winston.
Okay. Kayla, what is your favorite tradition around here?
My favorite tradition would probably be the decorated cake squares, because that is the one thing that has stayed consistent, I think, over the 94 years. I guess we're at 94 now. But the 94 years, it's the same exact Santa Claus, the same Christmas tree, the same wreath, and the same candle. And that's what people come for. They want those cake squares. We sell thousands of them. And people will say, like, I've had these every Christmas since I was little. And just to see people's excitement when they come in and how many they order, it might seem small, but I don't know. It's the tradition, I guess.
Is that the most popular item right now?
Sugar cake would be the most popular.
Definitely
Sugar cake.
We cannot keep the shelves stocked.
Yeah.
Really?
Yes.
The sugar cake, the decorated cake squares. What are some of the other like go-to items that people
Definitely
normally
our
pick?
ginger and our sugar Moravian cookies.
Yeah.
You know, that would definitely be, that goes hand in hand. And Love Feast buns. Seeing a lot of orders come through, a lot of people picking those up, getting ready for the Love Feast ceremonies. Some people celebrate a little early than Christmas Eve. So it's just fun to see all that, you know, coming through.
Yeah. So I remember seeing these. We've already been to the Tanglewood Lights already, and if you stop off at the area where you can go, and there's artisan setups, and there's s'more stations and snacks and everything, and there's a Dewey stand right there where you can get all like your holiday favorites, and you can't walk out of there without grabbing some of those, because it's just, when it's there in front of you, how do you say no, right?
Exactly.
You can't. That's the point.
Yes, it's hard to say no while you're in the building, too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So speaking of decorations and cakes, I understand there's quite a project happening right now in terms of cakes. What's going on here?
We have a customer had ordered, I feel like they called the week of Thanksgiving, and my favorite thing during Thanksgiving, I love to be on the phones. And I happened to answer the phone, and they wanted to order 10,000 cake squares. So they're giving each of their employees, I guess it's for a Christmas lunch that they're doing, but they ordered 10,000 cake squares. And we're icing and cutting them. Well, we are not, but they are icing. You don't want me to ice cut or decorate, but they're icing and cutting and decorating each square by hand. They each have a present on them. And I don't know. It's just really, it's cool to see that volume pushed out in this small of a space.
Wait a minute. They each have a present on them? Are we talking like 10,000 unique styles of cake square?
Yeah, they're each like hand drawn. There's a present on each one.
No way.
Yeah.
10,000 individually hand-drawn cake squares?
10,000, yes.
And the order came in the week of Thanksgiving.
It did, yeah.
And it has to be ready by when?
It has to be ready. Well, I mean, it's only at a 2-day shelf life, so it has to be ready within 2 days.
2 days of the party.
Yeah.
How many people does it take to do that?
I feel like there's 8 of them working on it. The entire decorating team is working on making the presents.
Is that the largest order you've ever seen?
No, I guess last year, I was answering the phone again. I just must need to stay on the phone. No, this one actually came to my cell phone. I don't know how they got my cell phone number, but they called and they wanted to place an order for 50,000 sugar cookies that were hand iced and decorated. And I said yes, because you have to. And each one, it was a scrub, like a nurse's scrub uniform. And then the other one, they did half and half. So 25,000 uniforms and then 25,000 hearts, I think. And they each had to be iced and decorated. And then we had to seal them. And then they each were individually packaged and we shipped them to California.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was, and they had to be done. They gave us 2 weeks notice. So it was an act to get the ingredients here, because you have to think like flour and sugar just by the pallets, the packaging, And then our entire management team decorated them.
I was gonna say that's all hands on deck.
Yeah, it
right?
was all. I never knew I had like a creative. I could decorate, but they taught me how to decorate, and it really was like a bonding experience. We stayed some nights until 3-4 o'clock in the morning, and we'd go home and we'd come back and we'd start at 6 a.m. That was the biggest order we've ever taken.
Yeah. It was really fun too. It was a really fun experience for all the management team to kind of do it together, because that's kind of another fun part about the holidays. We get in the thick of it together, and we come out on top, and we can celebrate together. And we got to learn how to do something new. I never knew I'd learn how to decorate a cookie. I didn't realize how involved it was, and there's different steps you have to do, but it was really fun. I have some really good fun stories from that.
It was
from that experience.
So I have some questions. Let me start with the 10,000 cake squares. Like you said, there's a 2-day shelf life.
Right.
Like they're only fresh for 2 days. How do you make sure that they're all done within 2 days of?
I mean, they'll stay until, or will stay. Like, obviously they're working on them now, but if they need help and they get in the weeds, then we'll go and we'll help them and we'll make it happen, and we'll stay until it's done.
But it's not like you can finish 500 of them and put them aside, and then do another 500 and put them aside.
Yeah.
Because or if you have to do that, you have to do that within a span of 24 hours.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, the season that we're in, they're long days and long nights.
Ooh.
But like Jen said, it's important to people, and I think that we realize how important it is. So we're gonna make it happen.
It's amazing. How do you transport that many?
They're picking those up.
Picking up. We do not have to deliver them.
With what?
I don't know.
They might have a van.
Yeah. When I took the order, she was like, "How many boxes?" And I said, "I think it's 40 boxes." I said, "Hope you have an SUV."
And then how do you ship 50,000 cookies?
We put them in like little, weren't they in little like
bubble wrap
sleeves? Oh, it was terrible.
We had teams for every part of the way. It really takes a lot of planning, figuring out the logistics.
Yeah.
It takes you really have to be able to multitask and be able to think ahead, to vision what's coming, because it is a lot to think about, a lot to consider. And then we're here to fill in the gaps wherever the gaps may be.
That is.
I mean, it was. We had to time and see how many cookies we could produce every hour. It was a lot.
Oh,
because they also had to dry. We left that part out. Each cookie takes 24 hours to dry.
Yeah, you have to do in between.
Yeah.
You do your drawing of the outline, and then you flood it, is what you would call when you fill it with the icing. But depending on what your design is, there's different steps of the flooding. You might have 2 different colors.
Yeah.
So I learned a lot. Let's just say that.
Yeah, it was crazy. And it was also very top secret. They did not want anyone to know who we were making them for. And they did not want anyone to take pictures. So I don't know what the reason was behind all that. So we had to do it behind the wall.
Okay.
So everything, we couldn't do it in the decorating department, and obviously we're very space constrained here. So it was interesting.
That's creative. You got to get creative with that, and just you learn on the fly.
Yeah.
Now the two of you are experienced decorators because of that, right?
Yeah, we have some experience.
Yeah.
I try not to pretend I have much, because I'll have to decorate every day.
There's no place like home for the holidays. A place where memories are made. A place where family and friends come together. But what if this holiday season has you looking for a new home? With everything you pile onto your plate this time of year, let the Ginther Group relieve some of that stress and pressure. First of all, they're experts on the local real estate market, and then they'll add personalized guidance to the experience. Let's face it, the holidays are stressful, and the idea of moving during them can be overwhelming. The Ginther Group is here to make the process smooth and even enjoyable. If you're seeking the perfect home for your holidays, then call the Ginther Group now at 336-283-8689 or go to their website at theginthergroup.com. Even if it's not the right time to buy or sell, that's okay. You can still meet with them about your 2025 real estate goals, so you can work with a team you can trust to have you ready when the time is right. That's 336-283-8689. Call the Ginther Group today. It's time to get serious about your financial future. It's never too early, but it could be too late to get started. And that's oftentimes the hardest part, getting started. How much do I save? Where do I invest? Do I save for college or retirement? How much for each? And who do I talk to about it all? Okay, we'll keep things simple for now and help you answer the last one. We recommend you begin with a local financial advisor, and that's Jennifer Johnson of Three Magnolias Financial Advisors. She'll sit down with you for a complimentary introductory consultation and go over all of your questions. Get started on the path to achieving your financial goals. Visit threemagnoliasfinancialadvisors.com or call 336-701-1600. Get comfortable with your financial future. Three Magnolias Financial Advisors. Retirement, financial planning, and investments. Securities offered through Private Client Services. Member FINRA SIPC. Investment advisory services offered through Three Magnolias Financial Advisors. Three Magnolias Financial Advisors and Private Client Services are not affiliated. Private Client Services is under separate ownership from any other named entity.
So in our previous episode, we talked a little bit about some of the unique cakes that people order, and that is one of the many things that you can get from Dewey's. Is you can get custom-made cakes that are just flawless in their design and their creation. What are some of the outside of the 10,000 cake squares that we just talked about, any good unique cake designs and requests from this time of year that have come in recently?
One that I'm super excited about is it's a replica of the Little Debbie Christmas tree cake. We're calling it Little Dewey's.
Nice.
The Little Dewey's Christmas
Nice.
tree cake. But it looks exactly like the little cakes that you get at the grocery store. And those are just iconic. So to have our own spin on that, I think that's fun.
That is super cute. We did one for Thanksgiving that I thought was really cute. It literally looked like a roasted turkey. I mean, it was basted brown, and it had like a little pumpkin pie cupcake on the side. We called it turkey and pie. It was so cute, and I applaud Navy for the creative designs that she comes up with. Or, you know, they come up with some really cool stuff.
We are efforting to have Navy on the podcast. This is probably not the right time to do it.
No.
She is nonstop right now getting things done over in the decorating section of the store. But I don't know if things will ever calm down, but maybe when it's not holiday season, we'll get a chance to hear some good stories from her. But shout out to Navy and the entire decorating team that's just working, burning the candle at both ends right now to get these done. Yeah. So you mentioned holiday stores. Anything else on holiday stores? Where can people find out where those exist? Because that's a great option for you. Look, you know, there are 3 locations here in the Triad that are here all year round. But in terms of where some of these pop-up stores are located, how can people find out where to find one?
They can find them on deweys.com under locations, and we have a separate page there. We've uploaded them all. You'll find their hours of operation. Each one of them are different based because they're all run by volunteers. So they're on deweys.com, and if they have a phone number, then it's there. They also have the option to get fresh product delivered there. I think that you do have to place an order, but they will come and pick it up for you, and then you can pick it up at that pop-up shop.
Okay. Now, in terms of other things that are happening this time of year, I mean, year-round, we highlighted many ways that Dewey's gives back to the community. We're talking millions and millions of dollars every year that Dewey's gives back. But this time of year, there isn't there opportunity for people to set up fundraising opportunities for local charities? How does that work?
Yeah, we also have a fundraising program as well. The Holiday Store program gives 35% back just because, you know, there is some overhead with technology and that kind of thing and delivery. But the fundraiser, they get 50% of everything that is sold. So the items range from $14 down to $10. And so they would get $7 or they'd get $5, okay. Which is a great way to get money. And that's immediate money that they get for their organization. So that's a great way to earn money, and that can happen at any time. Don't really need much of a notice. You would just call us, or we can give you an email address if you're interested in starting a fundraiser.
Does that happen here in the store? How does it work in terms of like where people purchase the items and all that?
We have a catalog that the organization takes out and however they want to sell it, and it has pictures of the items on it. And so they'll do the fundraiser, and then they'll give us the forms back, and we'll either deliver the product or they have the option to pick it up, depending on how large the order is.
Gotcha. So it's an order form with a catalog, and people can take it around and just take it to their family, their friends, wherever
Yeah.
they want, sign up, and they can buy things, and then they keep, like you said, 50%
Yes.
of that revenue from those items.
Yeah.
Okay, all right, good. And all they have to do is call the store and
Yeah,
say
they
they
can
want to
call
do
the
that.
store. Yep.
Okay, very good. What else around the holidays, whether it's fundraising, pop-up stores? Look, I see all people come in here and they can buy their holiday gifts as well. It's not just their goods. I was peeking around at some of the App State stuff that you guys have back there. It's a really nice collection, but you can get a lot of your holiday shopping done here too if you want, right?
Yeah, I do a majority of my Christmas shopping here in the store.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
I'm here, so I mean
Yeah.
it makes sense. And I'm putting it away, and I'm like, oh, that would be a really great gift for mom, or this would be really great for my dad. We have gifts for everybody. The pet lovers. If you have a new baby or you're getting married, we got everything. We got it all.
Yeah, good stocking stuffers,
for sure.
all sorts of stuff.
And stuff that you wouldn't find in any other store that you would go to during the holiday season.
Yeah.
What are some examples of that?
So I would say probably our ornament collection. We have Ted Lasso ornaments. We
No
have
way.
we have Post Malone. We have a whole collection of the Queen of England. We have King Charles. We have I guess she's Princess Kate. Prince what's his name? Prince William. What else do we have?
We have some really cute felt animal ornaments.
Yeah.
I snagged one today. It was a really cute dog. He's so cute. He has a little scarf and a little hat. So I'm excited to put him on my tree when I get home.
I love that.
Any kind of food item that you could imagine.
Yes.
We have Chick-fil-A sandwiches. We
As
have
ornaments?
Yes.
KFC buckets of chicken.
I saw a milk bone dog box.
Yeah.
It said biscuits on it, but we all know the brand. I definitely saw like a Twinkie or a Hostess ornament
Yeah.
out there. There's a lot of cute stuff.
And then probably every alcoholic drink that you could imagine.
I did see a little 6-pack of Coors Light.
Yeah.
It was cute.
They're little White Claws. They're just champagne,
fun.
just the whole thing.
whatever you could possibly want. And we have collegiate themed ones as well.
Yeah. Yeah, you
for
do.
anybody that goes to one of the major colleges, we do have a decent selection, I would say.
Yeah.
How's your Taylor Swift ornament collection?
The Taylor Swift collection is great. We've actually sold out. I had bought one of them with the intention of getting it for myself, and we sold out before I could get it.
Aww.
So that was a real bummer, but that's okay.
It's good for business.
We have others that I can choose from. We
There
have
you
like
go.
a standing Taylor Swift. We have her in her Speak Now dress.
Yeah.
I mean, we have just her head.
Taylor Swift, just trees, you know.
We have Taylor Swift writing pens. I mean, anything you could.
Yeah.
If you need something Taylor Swift, Dewey's is the
Dewey's
place
is,
to go.
Dewey's is the place.
You need a cake.
That's what
you
I've
need the
always
gift.
heard, yeah.
We got Taylor Swift wrapping paper.
Yeah.
Sure, why not?
Yeah.
So let's get into more of like the branding side of this. When we talk, I said at the beginning that Dewey's is I believe part of the holiday fabric of this community. How would the two of you put into words just how holidays in the Triad and Dewey's are synonymous?
I think that Dewey's is truly the centerpiece of everyone in the Triad's Christmas morning. Someone on our team says constantly, like, we feed breakfast to everyone on Christmas Day in Winston-Salem, and I truly believe that is the truth. You can tell from the lines that wrap around the bakery and down the sidewalk that is true, and I think it holds a really special place for folks. Some people come in for the fresh products, some people only come in for the prepackaged stuff, but it's just special to people. And you know that if you walk in somewhere and you have a Dewey's bag in your hand, that you are the most popular person in that room.
Anything to add to that? That's pretty well said.
That was a great response.
It
That
was,
kind of
right?
sums up everything I was going to say.
Yeah. All right, I've got one more question for the two of you. This is something that just popped in my brain. I mean, look, one of the major traditions of Christmas Eve is leaving out cookies for Santa Claus. Now, if you're coming into Dewey's and you're getting your cookies to leave out for Santa Claus, what are you putting out on that plate?
I will say, if you cannot decide, we have 2 different tins that contain 2 different flavors. So we want one that has triple ginger cookies and our classic sugar, and we have another one that has the lemon lime and the lemon and key lime. And I would say I would probably get a duo tin and do ginger and sugar, just so Santa has his choice. Because who doesn't want?
That's true.
I like choices. And Dewey's has them.
Dewey's has plenty.
It's pretty good.
Yeah.
Pretty good idea. Would you add anything else to that spread, or you think that covers it?
I don't know. I don't know if Santa would want some sugar cake, or
Santa wants sugar cake.
I don't know. Rudolph may want a cake square. I'm not, because we're not into eating carrots here, but I don't know.
Unless it's carrot cake.
Carrot cake, but we only make that in the spring.
Santa stops by in spring just to get some carrot cake for the reindeers.
Easter Bunny likes carrot cake.
Yeah, the Easter Bunny does like carrot cake.
Yeah, we're not in the carrot game. I don't know. I think everything is so iconic. I feel like we really narrowed it down there's not something during this time of the year that performs better than something else, with the exception of sugar cake.
Okay. All right. We'll leave it at this. If folks are looking for, I feel like, and I've done this, I'm not just saying this, this is something that our podcast network has done for our sponsors over the years. We've ordered Dewey's gift bags every year around this time for our partners. I always think that's a great way to show your appreciation around the holidays. So whether it's that or anything else, that if they can't get to the stores in their 3 Triad locations, and they want to go online to order something to help make someone's holiday season brighter, maybe direct the listeners on where they should go to find some great Dewey's items.
Yeah, so if you're wanting to ship items, to family members nationwide, Deweys.com would be a great place to go. And if you spend $49 or more, you get free shipping. So we have great gift box selections. It's really easy, to choose really good, popular items that you can send to them and get some free shipping. And if you're wanting to pick up in store and get some stuff for yourself, I would suggest going to local.deweys.com. That's where you can place your orders and pick up in store. And when you subscribe to our text program, we send out coupon codes every now and again, and so it's a really great tool to help you save a little money as well this time of year.
All right, so if you're keeping it local here in the stores, local.deweys.com. If you want to send it outside the area, Deweys.com. They got you covered on the internet and in store. 3 Triad locations. Where now? I know we're here at Thruway, and what are the other 2?
There's one at Renolda Manor on Renolda Road, and then in Friendly Shopping Center.
All right, so Greensboro, we got you covered as well. So, all right, anything else you want to let the folks know about holidays here at Dewey's? They can probably hear everything that's happening beyond us.
Yeah, can you hear the hustle and bustle? Because it is going on.
It is, but it's so fun. I mean, again, I don't know that there's a better experience from the senses standpoint than when you walk through the door. And the amazing aromas just hit you right in the face, and it's glorious. So just come in for that. Come in on Mondays for free cake squares and all of your holiday needs.
Yes.
So, all right. Well, thank you all so much.
Thank you.
Now I want to go take a look at these 10,000 cake squares real
Yes.
quick. All right, let's go do
see where
that.
they're at.
All right.
Hey, thanks for listening to this episode on the Triad Podcast Network. Our mission is simple: provide information, advice, and stories about the people and places that make the North Carolina Triad such a great place to be. You can find us by searching Triad Podcast Network on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, pretty much wherever you like to listen. If you like what you heard and want to support the show and those that contribute, we would truly appreciate a rating and review on your favorite podcast app. It helps spread the word along, as do your shares on social media. You can find us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram at Triad Podcast. To get in touch with us, simply email info@triadpodcast.com. Thanks for listening.
This is the Triad Podcast Network.